42 seconds. That's how long it took Patrick Dorgu to score his first international goal for Denmark with his very first touch of the ball. For a player on an impossible trajectory from the Danish youth leagues to Old Trafford in less than 3 years, destiny doesn't wait. It announces itself. Quietly, efficiently, and without apology. That moment in Copenhagen, when Patrick Dorgu stepped onto the pitch and needed less than a minute to change the scoreline and the conversation around him, was not luck. It was confirmation. Confirmation that the rise everyone had been whispering about was real, that the long strides down the left flank were carrying more than just speed, and that this young man was no longer arriving, he had already arrived. Patrick Dorgu Dorgu was born on October 26, 2004, in Copenhagen, Denmark, into a family of Nigerian descent that valued discipline, humility, and persistence. He did not grow up in the spotlight, nor was he labeled a prodigy from childhood. His beginnings were ordinary in the best way. Football was something you played because it made sense, because your feet wanted to move, because your body felt right when chasing the ball. In the Husum neighborhood, football was everywhere, in small spaces, on uneven pitches, and between brothers who pushed each other to be better without even realizing it. Dorgu's first footballing steps were taken at Husum Bold Club, a local club that emphasized participation more than polish. Here, Patrick learned to run before he learned to shine. He learned effort before elegance. Even at a young age, coaches noticed something different, not flair, but hunger. He did not stop moving. He did not stop tracking back. He did not stop asking for the ball even after losing it. That relentlessness would become his signature. As he grew older, his physical development began to mirror his mentality. Taller than most of his peers, faster than defenders expected, and stronger than wingers wanted, Dorgu became difficult to categorize. He wasn't just a defender. He wasn't just an attacker. He was space, pressure, and momentum. His move to Akademisk Bold Club and later to FC Nordsjælland's Youth Academy placed him in one of Scandinavia's most respected development systems, a place known for producing players who understand the game, not just play it. At Nordsjælland, Dorgu learned structure. He learned when not to run. He learned how to read passing lanes, how to press without fouling, how to recover without panicking. Coaches began using him on the left side, recognizing that his engine, height, and tactical discipline made him ideal for modern football's most demanding role, the wingback. It is a position that exposes weakness instantly. Get it wrong, and you're punished. Get it right, and you control the game. Dorgu wanted that responsibility. In 2022, at just 17 years old, Patrick Dorgu made the decision that would accelerate everything. He left Denmark and moved to Italy, joining Lecce at under-19 level. It was a cultural shock. Italian football is ruthless in its expectations, especially for defenders. There is no patience for positional mistakes, no forgiveness for poor decision-making. For a teenager adjusting to a new language, a new country, and a new footballing philosophy, it could have been overwhelming. Instead, it sharpened him. Training sessions became battles of intelligence rather than speed. Tactical drills demanded concentration rather than instinct. Dorgu absorbed it all. By early 2023, Lecce recognized his development and extended his contract to 2027. It was a sign of trust, but also a challenge. The next step was clear: senior football. That step came during the 2023-24 season, when Dorgu was promoted to Lecce's first team. His senior debut arrived in August 2023 in the Coppa Italia against Como. A week later, he made his Serie A debut against Lazio, one of Italy's most demanding opponents. There was no easing in period. There was no hiding. Every touch mattered. Every positional error would be punished. Dorgu responded by doing what he always had: running, recovering, and competing. As the season progressed, his confidence grew. His defensive timing improved. His overlapping runs became more purposeful. On February 2, 2024, he scored his first Serie A goal in a dramatic 3-2 victory over Fiorentina. It was not a spectacular solo effort. It was a wingback's goal: intelligent movement, awareness, and conviction. By the end of his time at Lecce, Dorgu had accumulated over 50 senior appearances across 2 Serie A seasons, proving that he was not just surviving at elite level, he was contributing. Europe noticed. Premier League scouts noticed. Manchester United noticed. On February 2, 2025, Manchester United completed the signing of Patrick Dorgu on a 5.5-year contract, with an option to extend further. The reported £25 million fee reflected belief more than reputation. United were not buying a finished star. They were investing in trajectory. In a club rebuilding its identity, Dorgu represented something modern, athletic, adaptable, fearless. Current salary: Dorgu's verified base salary at Manchester United is around £40,000 per week, which equates to approximately £2.08 million per year. His debut came just days later in an FA Cup tie against Leicester City. Old Trafford is not a forgiving place for young players, but Dorgu did not shrink. He kept his positioning simple, his movement honest, and his energy constant. He was learning on the job, under pressure, in front of expectation. That education continued rapidly. Not every lesson was gentle. On February 26, 2025, Dorgu made his first Premier League start against Ipswich Town. The match was intense, emotional, and volatile. Just before halftime, he received a straight red card after a mistimed challenge. It was a moment that could have broken confidence. Instead, it revealed character. United won the match 3-2, and Dorgu took responsibility, learning what elite margins truly mean. Later that year, on December 26, 2025, Patrick Dorgu scored his first goal for Manchester United in a narrow 1-0 win over Newcastle United. It was the kind of moment that validates belief, the crowd rising, the net moving, the realization settling in. He had become part of the story. While his club career accelerated, his international journey exploded into life. Having represented Denmark at youth levels from under 18 to under 21, his senior call-up in September 2024 felt inevitable. Then came the moment. Nations League. Parken Stadium. Switzerland. Substituted on in the 81st minute. 42 seconds later, the ball was in the net. First touch. First goal. Denmark won 2-0. That moment defined Patrick Dorgu in a single snapshot. Prepared. Brave. Ready. By late 2025, he had earned multiple senior caps and scored 3 international goals, establishing himself as one of Denmark's most exciting young defenders. Dorgu's playing style reflects modern football's evolution. He is not just a left back. He is a left-sided solution. Comfortable as a wingback or traditional fullback, he combines physical presence with tactical intelligence. His height makes him effective defensively, while his speed allows him to recover and attack with equal efficiency. He carries the ball confidently, overlaps aggressively, and defends with discipline rather than recklessness. What truly sets Patrick Dorgu apart, however, is his mentality. He does not demand attention. He earns it. He does not chase moments. He prepares for them. Coaches trust him because he listens. Teammates trust him because he works. Fans trust him because he shows up. From Husum to Italy, from Serie A to Old Trafford, from youth football to scoring with his first international touch, Patrick Dorgu's rise has been fast, but never rushed. Every step has been earned. Every challenge accepted. Destiny didn't wait for him. But Patrick Dorgu was ready when it arrived. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to our channel for such interesting content. See you in our next video.